What's up? It's our sweet episode 16 of the Sellerscast. My name is Andrew Maff.
I'm Gina Milazzo.
And today we are talking about chatbots for e-commerce sellers. So, here's what I'm going to say. I've been digging in chatbots for like the past month or two. Finally kind of got my ground level on how I want these things to run. I know that we're a little bit behind on them. The problem I was having was that time, but also just a matter of getting them perfect. There's a lot of people out there that just kind of like threw a chatbot up and you can say something and then it'll just break and send you stuff that you don't want. So I was like, okay, let's perfect this a little bit. So here's what I'm going to say. One, chatbots have been around for a while. If you don't have one yet, get one. Tool we're going to feature today, I prefer ManyChat. There's a bunch out there. There's ChatFuel. I can't remember what the other one was, but there's a bunch of bigger ones out there. I like ManyChat, just happens to be the one I chose. So not only are we going to talk about Facebook Messenger, which is basically where a majority of this is, but it's also, last week I know we spoke about CRMs. There are ways to do on your websites your own little chatbot too. So it is still kind of the same process, but either way, it is having a chat option somewhere that you can automate certain things. So more or less, it's a glorified if-then statement for the most part. However, biggest benefit to it, and I've actually, so I read the metrics when people started to talk about chatbots and should I do them, should I not do them? And they're like, oh, it's like ridiculous open rates and ridiculous click rates, and I was like, whatever. And then I finally started digging into them, and fun fact, they were true. So one of the first ones I did that I just kind of tested, and I was like, all right, let's see what happens. It was an 80% open rate and a 29% click rate. And it was not my best copy. It was literally just like, let's see what happens. And it was crazy. So I was like, okay, gonna have to dig into this a little bit more to see how things go. So basically, think of it just like a newsletter. If you don't understand chatbots, I like to think of it just like an email newsletter, and with automated emails and a basic newsletter. So you can set up automated things to trigger based on what people do, right? So you can land on Facebook or you can land on your site and you can subscribe to a bot just like you can subscribe to an email. And then you can send them through different
steps, sequences.
Different sequences, right? So the one we set up for ourselves, I like to have a lot of fun with, where we basically just call it the seller's bot, which by the way, go to facebook.com/thesellerschoice and sign up for the bot. It's a lot of fun. I got gifts and stuff in there. I did. I call him Seller's Bot.
Oh, that's not.
What are you doing? Like Mark?
We'll talk about it.
Mark. But we've also started to set some up for the clients where we have them and they have human names, or we pretend that it's not a bot. And it's, it kind of depends on the brand. But anyway, so yeah, Mark the bot. So basically you can set them through stuff. So right, so you can subscribe and then you can say, hey, this is what this bot does, this is what I'm gonna offer you, this is what it's coming, and then you can send them into the next thing. And it can be something as easy as just in case you don't want information from the bot, please input your email, or you can ask them their first name, or hey, what's your favorite color? And you can send them different directions based on the answers that they give you. So for us, one thing that I've set up is you can subscribe to certain topics. You can subscribe to everything, but if you only want Amazon news, or you only want social media news, or email news, or whatever, you can pick one so that the bot's not bothering you every day. Or you can subscribe to everything and I'll just send you everything every day, which would probably get annoying. I'd suggest not doing it. But what you can also do is, since you subscribe to a certain one of those, I can now go, okay, you're interested in this type of content. So obviously I'm going to send you that type of content, but I'm also going to probably run ads to you that are similar to that type of content. Fun fact, based on last week's conversation too, you can tie all this in together into a CRM and get information from that way.
Woo!
See? So you can set up different things. There's a ton of bots out there that are really cool, that are fun to play with. So there's a lot of travel agencies out there where you can just say, I want to go on vacation. I want to go somewhere hot. I want to go in March. And I want to pay $800 for a flight, and I want to fly out at 2 o'clock. And they'll send you, go, great, we are confirming your tickets to Bermuda for March, enjoy. And you go, cool, and that's it, and it's done. It's kind of like an assistant. In other cases, you can have just, here's your daily joke of the day, or here's your horoscope, or things like that. So it's kind of like newsletters. But the reason it's really working so well is that no one's doing it. still no one has taken the time to figure it out and sit down when it's really just the same thing as emails, except it's almost even quicker just because it's short little tiny things that you can just stick out.
Super mobile friendly.
Super mobile friendly. And of course, for e-commerce sellers, if you can get a bunch of subscribers to this, it helps grow your engagement and everything. But you can also, on Shopify, as well as a few other platforms that have the option as you check out, you can actually get your order confirmation, etc., through Facebook Messenger. So instead of getting an email, you can now get, hey, your order has been shipped, and it's just a little chatbot that shows up. So
yeah, people feel a little bit less worried about that. I know text updates are kind of a thing now. If you're shipping through like a big carrier, they offer that, but I think Facebook's a little less personal for some people, so they feel a little less strange about it.
Yeah, and some people get so much crap in their email that they don't want to get more.
They don't even know. Yeah, they don't even know when they're getting a new email from someone that they actually care about. They don't know when their package update comes.
Yeah, half the time they'll think it's spam or they'll think it's some newsletter or promotion or whatever, so they'll just delete it and they won't look at it. Mm-hmm. But if they're like, I placed this order, I want to make sure like it shows up in my house, I would rather get like 2-second updates. So it's great. I really think that probably in the next 2, 3, maybe 4 years, it's going to get way blown out of proportion. Everyone's going to be in there. It's going to get obnoxious.
We're calling it right now.
2 years from today, Facebook is going to turn off notifications on your messenger because people like us are going to bother the hell out of you. Sorry, it's our job.
Subscribe.
So please go to our Facebook page, subscribe to our bot, play with it, and then just, if you get bored, type unsubscribe. It'll stop sending to you. We're just gonna call Mark now.
Yeah, we are.
But it's really fun. It's pretty cool. You'll get the idea. If you have any questions, obviously, please feel free to comment below. And of course, comment below if you want us to talk about anything for next week. And of course, subscribe. But that's all we got. Anything else?
No.
Good. See you next week.
See you, Mark.